Hello and welcome. This is the Game Time Gazette. This is your host Isaiah Aneni. I thank you for joining in. It's made a great decision tuning into this podcast. We talk all sports and all types of fun. So without further ado, let's get ready and let's go.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Game Time Gazette. I'm your host Isaiah Aneni, and it's been a crazy week of football. American football and European football. We talked about the American football just a few days ago here on the pod. If you guys did not catch that, make sure to go catch that. Make sure to go recap on that. We recapped a few of the free agency, not a few, most of the free agency moves. A few more have popped off since that video, so obviously it's not all of the free agency moves, but give a few grades out there, give a few insights and opinions, so make sure to go check those out in the profile wherever you're listening at: YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever. Make sure to just go check those out on the Game Time Gazette. That episode. But today we're going to be talking about the European football of it all. I waited for the Champions League second legs, all of them to be finished. I know there was a crazy matchup this weekend between Liverpool and Manchester City, and I was, waiting the whole week to be able to talk about that for today after the Champions League games happened, just to be able to just wrap it up in one big episode, because it's just, a lot of fun things are happening in that world right now. And I mean, let's just start it off with, we could start it off with, the first few games. Got a Prem team in there. We could start it off with Arsenal and Porto. But I do want to start it off with Barcelona versus Napoli. Barca did a great job, not only qualifying into the quarterfinals, but had a great game. I'm going to be watching the highlights with you guys, probably going to start right now on your screen. But this was an amazing game for Barcelona, probably one of the best games we've seen them play this season. Obviously, a lot of players are injured out for the Bagluran right now, and that's unfortunate. And, coming into this game, we were thinking, that what are the injuries going to get the better of Barcelona, right? Are the injuries going to be the reason they get out of the Champions League for another year again? Because if you can remember last year, it was because of the injuries that, their defense received, Araujo and the rest of the back, Christensen, Koundé, all of them got injured at just the right time, February and January, and we weren't even able to qualify for the round of 16, right? So you couple all of that, and you just think about all that Barcelona has been able to accomplish, in these last few seasons. After losing Messi, obviously you get Xavi, and even just to touch a quick part on that Xavi part, I mean, him getting all this media pressure, like he didn't win the league last season. With he's doing the best that he can with the players that he's given. He has world-class players, yes, but he's not even able to, transfer. He's not even able to buy any players like other clubs are. And, we're looking at a Real Madrid team that added a Bellingham last season, that added all these other types of pieces. And we're not seeing, obviously, Barcelona, they can't sign these same type of pieces. We're talking about Real Madrid getting Mbappe this offseason, right? And just thinking about all of that, I'm not saying that Barcelona is inferior to Real Madrid, no, because I still think they're better. La Masia really stepped up this year with the additions of Yamal, with the addition of Fermin Lopez, who both of them playing in this game, Kurbasi playing in this game, all of them. 16 is Yamal, 17 Kurbasi, Fermin Lopez, he's around 21, a little bit older, but he's still relatively young. You got Mark Giu on the bench. You got a lot of great pieces. Oh, look at that Osimhen run. Yeah, that was a first little run that you guys seen earlier. I'm a little behind, but yeah, still on the same thing. But yeah, no, just had a great boost from La Masia. Obviously, that was unprecedented, and it doesn't happen for every club in Europe. If it happened for every club in Europe, nobody would be buying players. Nobody would be buying players. And, that's also, due to the fact that, we got a great academy to be able to bring players up, best in the world. Try and fact check me, could argue with me. I don't think we're going to be able to, find another academy that's producing world-class players. We lose a generational player in Messi, and we're farming another one. Okay, Ansu Fati didn't work out. Lamine Yamal. He was phenomenal in this game. And when in the first, that stint that Barcelona scored the 2 goals in 5 minutes, phenomenal work. Even before that, even Fermin Lopez, they were having phenomenal game individually. Both of them. Pau Kubasi, these guys are youngsters, and they're world-class players already, on their way to being, just better and better. Imagine what they are when they're 20, 21, 22. Just much better, much better, right? And just looking at all of that, Barcelona had Gavi. And Gavi's been out for, since November. So that's not a new one. But, when we lost Balde, just a month or two ago, when we lost Ferran Edir this last month, when we lost De Jong just a few days ago, lost Pedri just a few days ago. You look at the list of players that are out, you did not think that Barcelona were going to be able to get this result. Applying so much pressure early on, Fermin Lopez got his opportunities. He looked so brilliant and the chance that he was able to give. And, Xavi's decision paid off. I feel like Xavi, when we just quickly go back on the Xavi point, he has been, given this wrong stigma from that, and it's so hard. Barcelona media, it's like one of the hardest. It's like you're playing in New York. It's like you're playing in New York here, and like you're playing in the Garden. You get so much it's not perfect. Then you don't. It's not. It's even worse in New York at some points. And we see the beautiful goal there. Fermin Lopez just had a beautiful start. Beautiful composure to be able to get that goal. And but for Xavi, we're talking about him, and he won the league last season. He came into a team that was 9th in the La Liga at the moment that he came into the team. Brought them, ended the season at 2nd in the Liga. Won the league. We're still 2nd in La Liga. Yes, we're 8 points behind Real Madrid. We're 3rd in La Liga this season. Yes, we're 8 points behind Real Madrid, but you see improvement, reaching the quarterfinals. They didn't even give this guy any time to develop. It's sad because of that. They didn't give him no time to develop. Just looking at it all, this run, the Rafinha should have finished, and then Cancelo. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained was the celebration. It's sad though. I really want Xavi to stay. I really wanted, Xavi to be able to build, not even being able to get a chance to build just because of the media. And then you look out, and obviously Barcelona is going to be one of the hottest managerial attractions out there this offseason because it's Barcelona. It's not the same Barcelona that's, these guys are in the rubble, financial ruins, this and that. Xavi helped us so much. We won the league. We're winning in the Champions League, getting all this money. We're selling good players. We're buying good, good return on investments. Aubameyang for free, sold him for 20. And that's Laporta. Laporta's doing his work. We talk about it on this podcast. Laporta's doing his magic. Yeah, Napoli just struck back real quick. Laporta's doing his magic, right? And at the end of the day, for a Barcelona, for any club out there, you're trying to get the best manager possible, and obviously, you're gonna you get all these candidates. You just hope that the best president in football is able to make the right decision. I know he wishes Xavi could stay too. Okay, I want to quickly just read to the second half here, so I'm gonna skip to the second half. About the 76th minute. Ooh, nah. Let's skip a little bit. Oh no, I'll skip a little bit more. I do want to get to the other games. So yeah, Barcelona on the counter here. Yeah, this was a great little 1-2. I mean, we seen great work from, João Felix comes on. That whole thing about João Felix can be interesting to see if Barcelona re-sign João Felix. It's gonna be interesting to see. I hope they do. He hasn't had a bad season. Obviously, he had a great start. Been really mid since then. João Cancelo's been amazing. Oh, what a pass! What a pass! Like that link up for the goal was beautiful. Started from Gundogan. I mean, we're gonna rewind a little bit here. No, it's gonna replay because that was just, you gotta see it again. It was that link up. That link up was just beautiful. And if we get this Barcelona going on, the rest of the Champions League, look, Sergio Roberto, nice pass to Gundogan, beautiful run in behind, and then a beautiful little dink to Lewandowski. Sergio Roberto, that's why he's a captain. He has amazing football IQ. Even, say what you want about his game, this and that, he comes in and he has instant impact because he has amazing football IQ. And, just looking at him, he came in and he did wonders. That was a wonderful assist. Ended up the game, put the nail in the coffin for Barcelona. But looking at the team, looking at the squad, I truly do believe, and the circumstances, everything, Wembley, Xavi leaving, I truly believe that Barcelona could, if get the right opponent, as long as we don't get City, anybody but City. Because we've seen what happens to an Inter Milan. We've seen what happens to the supposed best in the world. This is the Champions League. But City next round would be kind of tough because they're really in form right now. Barca's losing a lot of players. That'd be a real tough ask for Barca to go beat them in the Etihad and get a good result in the Etihad and then beat them at home. That'd be a real tough ask for the Barcelona Blaugrana right now. But if we could get anybody but City in the quarterfinals, I strongly do believe that Barcelona has a chance to go win this competition. Like it or not, they're favorites, somewhat in this competition to be able to go and do something. You can't tell me that they're not. They have the players. All they have to do is Lewandowski came out and even said it after the game. They could have even had 2 or 3 more. It's just if they could get that connection, 1 or 2 more passes, and it's because you have 16, 17-year-olds out there playing. They're class. They are world class. But at the end of the day, they're still growing. They are still learning in their game. And hopefully they get there a little bit sooner rather than later. And it happens this year. That link up happens, in quarterfinals. It just boom. And you start to see this Barcelona on a consistent basis. This is a great, not just start. I mean, we've had a great month, even with the injuries. We haven't lost since, when was the last time Barcelona lost? It's been a few games, man. It's been a few games. And even all the opportunities to get at the end of this game, it's very promising to see how the Barcelona is playing. Obviously a lot of other clubs are playing promising too. Inter Milan didn't lose since September before they lost yesterday to Atletico Madrid. Obviously I'm playing spoiler there, so let's get to that Inter Milan game, shall we? Yeah, because it was a heck of a one. I was gonna go Arsenal Porto. Yeah, but let me go to Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid just because looking at the just because it's a La Liga team that happened in the last few days too. Let me just X out the La Liga teams, and it was a very exciting game, very exciting game, and that obviously just running it through that same type of motion. But seeing it was a great game though. I mean, we seen just a phenomenal display of, what could you even call it, from Inter Milan and and Atletico Madrid, or from Atletico Madrid, like they always dig deep and find a way to be able to get wins, get results. When you don't think they're going to get results, they always do. It's crazy. It really is bonkers to see. I did not expect it to go this way. I had a feeling in my gut. I even had a feeling in my gut Griezmann was going to score. I believe he was like plus 750. Didn't think he was going to get it in 40 minutes though. But, he was like plus 750 or 550, something like that. And I had a feeling like that because I seen Alvaro Morata is, he's their star. Like, I mean, he does have 20 goal contributions this season, or 20 goals in all competitions this season. So it's like, all right. But Griezmann at the end of the day is their guy. Like, to me, he is their guy, Griezmann. They run with Griezmann. They go with Griezmann. As well as Griezmann plays, as well as Atletico plays. And that is kind of a, controversial statement because, Griezmann doesn't play the best all the time. But has Atletico Madrid been playing relatively well? Losing 2-0 against Cadiz this past weekend. I don't remember where they are in the league, but they're not fighting for top 3 right now. Obviously, they're in the top 5, right? But in fourth, really fighting with Athletic Club for that fourth spot. But they're far and away from Barcelona at third. Girona at second, Real Madrid at first. They're 14 points away from the leader. So you just look at that. The recent form in La Liga hasn't been great, but this is the Champions League. End of the day, this is the Champions League. This is the competition that, all of that 0-0 really means something here. Like, this is the Champions League. My league doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. If I put some brilliant football on, I will win. And that is exactly what Atletico Madrid did last night. I mean, seeing them, they just had that fire in them from the start of the game. Just had a lot of opportunities to get, into the back of the net. Obviously, Inter Milan, to me though, at the beginning, were looking threatening. At times, you've seen them getting up there. Lautaro Martinez, it was very, very trigger happy seeing him just shooting the ball. I felt like if he stayed a little bit more composed, might have seen a different game here. Never know. You never know. It's a lot of questions, but they did seem a little nervy. Inter Milan did, coming in. Obviously, they've won all these games in a row, or they haven't lost in so long. Not they've won all these games. Well, they have. They've won 12 games or something coming into this game in a row. They've won a lot of games in a row. Obviously dominating in their domestic league. Confidence is on an all-time high. This is where you expect the teams to really, take it down. Looking at like a Man City, that you expected them to take down a Copenhagen, especially Copenhagen is not Atletico Madrid. At the end of the day, Atletico Madrid is a La Liga team, and we see La Liga team when it's La Liga versus anybody. La Liga's been coming on top for the last forever. I haven't seen it. Tell me a time other than, a Barcelona collapse. But when it gets to it, and the stakes are the highest as well, the league is beating anybody. Even that Barcelona collapse against Bayern. It happened in COVID. Our defense was shite. They should not have even. That opening goal was beautiful. The link up between. To get it there from the front line, it was just beautiful. To get into the back, and you seeing that left wing back Marco just make the run. It was something to see. Atletico Madrid did, Inter Milan did great to start. Had a lot of pressure, and that's why I say that. Like, if they just had a little bit more composure, might have just been a little bit different end of the day. That's my age-old question. What do you guys think? Like, what is the best league in the world? I'm feeling like it's La Liga. It's always been the La Liga to me. When it comes to La Liga to everybody else, even though everybody says, oh, the Prem has the most parity. Does it really though? Like, let's really ask ourselves, does it really? Not even just talking Man City's dominance. Let's go back to the Sir Alex Ferguson Manchester United years. It was just Manchester United, little bit of Arsenal. Liverpool never won the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it really have the parity that we're claiming that it does? Pep's won the last 6 or 7, 5 or 6. Yeah, Atletico Madrid and Griezmann. Yeah, but Pep's won the last 5 or 6, 6 or 7. Does it really have the continuity or the parity that everyone's saying that it does? Because even this year, I'd be surprised if an Arsenal or Liverpool win it. Anybody will. Because you do, at the end of the day, see Manchester City make it up the ground and winning the league. That's just the truth of the matter. That's just what it is. That's facts, not fiction. I don't know. Age-old debate, something to talk about. Obviously, we're gonna, I'm gonna bring up some controversial topics from here and there. But I truly do believe, because if we do see La Liga versus Premier League final this year, even if it's City against Barcelona, City against Atletico Madrid, City against, I feel like La Liga is gonna win it. I truly do. I really do, because La Liga just doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, these guys are the powerhouses of Europe, and for a long time it's been like this. I don't see it changing. I mean, Inter Milan was on a hot streak, and Atletico Madrid did a maza to be able to take them off. The pie coming in and in the final minutes, just to be able to put Atletico Madrid, level was ridiculous. We see just the whole atmosphere, the whole setup of it all. You feel the stakes watching the game. Everybody is clinging to their seat. You feel it. The pie gets the ball and it's beautiful turn, beautiful first touch. Let's start there. I mean, first touch is from heaven. It's class. It's heavenly. It's heavenly. That's how good that first touch was. It was heavenly. And then the turn was just beautiful. Nothing the defender could do against that. And, the finish was just exquisite. Stayed onside the whole time. It was just written in the stars for Atletico Madrid to do what they did. The pressure they applied throughout the game, they deserved it. End of the day, Atletico Madrid being able to tie it up 2-1, go to win an extra time that doesn't have any goals. Has a few chances, but you don't see really anything too much going on to start off, right? And then you just get to pens. Let's start off with the pens here. You get to pens, and the atmosphere again. You felt it. And at this point, you even heard the commentators talking about it, saying, "Oh, man, it's something about this time, who's gonna be Rio Ferdinand," not even the commentators, Rio Ferdinand, I forget who else, back in the studio or wherever, and then they were just saying, that first save by Oblak was something to see, because I'm talking about the nerves, but I'm mumbling on my words because I'm getting nervous. But yeah, it's just about these times and being able to be composed. It's not about the names. It's not about the players. As you've seen Sumner get another block too. It was goalkeeper-esque. They were doing their thing in this penalty shootout. Oblak with another save. I mean, I was getting hype seeing this, because this isn't something you see. It was, all right, you give me one, I give you one. And, Sumner was ready to give another one. He was, all right, okay, Oblak gave another block. But, that was And then Atletico Madrid started putting in the finishing touches. You know, the class, the composure, end of the day came through. They had the team behind them. Inter Milan going down 3-2 obviously puts them in a bad spot. Always in the Champions League. Simeone can't watch. But, you know, being able to finish it out, Carella, 4-2, and then this was just disappointment. Toro Martinez, man, it was just you talk about the nerves getting to someone. You talk about seeing it on someone. Lautaro Martinez, you seen it on him, man. He skied it. He had the goalkeeper beat wrong way. He skied it. All you needed, a tap-in would have scored it. Disappointing end for Inter Milan's, you know, Champions League season. They did make it to the Champions League final last season. So, you know, apples and oranges. You know, apples and oranges. That's a club that's building. I feel like they'll continue to build on something big. Should have been much better this year. So it's very disappointing what they did, especially to Atletico Madrid, a team that's struggling. A team that in their domestic league is struggling, but at the end of the day, this doesn't matter. Oh, it's the Champions League. This is different league. This is where you know, champions are made. That's what I said. Like, it's harder to win your domestic league than the Champions League. Remember, that's another podcast episode that I had here. Guys, make sure to go check that out as well. It's because, you know, it's like I said there. It's just. You have to have much more consistency in your league. In the Champions League, it's all about just having a little bit of class and skill on one given night, on one given second leg, on one given final. All you have to have is a little bit of class, skill, and luck, and be able to make your way to, you know, some Champions League glory. Arsenal beat Porto. That was a great game. I think we're just going to watch the penalty shootout from that game. I know you guys, you know, love hearing me ramble sometimes, but I know you guys want me to just get to it. Start with Odegaard here. Oof, beautiful pen to start it off. The whole thing about Odegaard and him leaving Real Madrid's academy, it was the best move for his career ever to move to Arsenal. He's their guy. Can't tell if he's the captain or not, but he's their guy. And I love Real Madrid losing a good one all the time. Love to see it. But this was a great penalty shootout as well. Porto did their absolute best in this tie. I mean, Arsenal is such a great club. They're in such great form, first in the Premier League, and Porto just bringing them to the brink of elimination, you know, doing everything that they can to bring them to this point. For them, they got to be proud of that, because, you know, what else could you really be proud of other than that? I mean, Porto wasn't really expected to do much. David Raya went off in this penalty shootout. I can't lie. That block, you know, obviously aided a little bit by the goalpost, but I mean, I wasn't his only one of the night. Let me tell you that. That was not his only one of the night. Did a great job, you know, propelling Arsenal through. Saka doing his thing, you know. Obviously, this isn't England. He's finishing here. No, jokes aside, though, did a great job finishing that penalty. Porto again, did their best to keep themselves in this tie. But this is an Arsenal team that everybody's been talking about, saying, "Oh, this is so scary." I wouldn't be scared if I'm Barcelona getting Arsenal. Barcelona beat Porto twice in the group stage. We handled them. Yeah, they gave us fits. They scored 1-2s, but we handled them. Another save here by David Raya. Beautiful jump, beautiful save. Brought Arsenal to the quarterfinals. But we handled Porto. We did. We really did. And I would not be scared getting Arsenal in the Champions League quarterfinals. 2 reasons. English clubs don't do well against Spanish clubs in the Champions League. Lights get brighter. Oh, it's Barca. Oh, with the Olimpicano. We're not going to play at the Camp Nou. If they're playing at the Camp Nou, I would for sure want Arsenal. But it's still gonna get tight for them. It's still gonna get tight for them. Even over there in London for them, when Barca gets over there, it's gonna get tight for them. It's gonna get real tight for them. I wouldn't be surprised if Barca takes it. Get Pedri back, get De Jong back, hopefully. It's going to be interesting. The draw is going to be happening tomorrow. I'll post all the results on Twitter, talk about it next week with all the other fun stuff that's going to be happening this weekend in football. I know I didn't get to the Liverpool and Man City game. It was an awesome game, though. 1-1 on both sides. Seeing a lot of chances. I mean, I'd love to see of a quick free kick being taken on Liverpool to open up the scoring. I'd love to see that. To just put me in the right mood. And I feel like that just set the world back into balance. And then Barcelona being able to beat Napoli as well. Yeah, I just felt like the world was put back into balance. I'm not gonna lie to you because, it just put me in the right mood. But. I feel like this is the perfect way to end off this episode. I love talking about some football, European football today. If you guys would love to hear some more about European football, let me know. Still going to be talking about it next week regardless. But let me know what you guys think about this video. I'll expand it a little bit more. I won't ramble so much on Barcelona next episode. Get a little bit more time in to be able to talk about Barca or talk about the Prem a little bit more. Talk about the La Liga race a little bit more. But you know what? Suspense makes the heart grow fonder. Something like that. Whatever it means. And we're gonna get juicier and juicier games as the weeks go on. So. Tune in to the Game Time Gazette. This has been your host, Isaiah Aneni.